And so for this week, what we have right here, it's one of those news that it keeps on happening, but I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, why is this a thing? Like, I ask that every time this happens. But before I get into it specifically, let me just talk to you guys a little bit about the Jetsons. And I'm sure, like, if you're listening to this, you're probably familiar with what the Jetsons is, right? I mean, it's a show that basically, you got George Jetson, you got Judy, you got Astro, and you got all these characters. Like, one of the more popular hanna-barbera shows is basically the space futuristic version of the Flintstones. Now, with that said, there had been long rumors, I remember when it was a thing, that there would be this Jetsons movie that would come out. Like, technically, yes, we got the 1990 Jetsons movie that honestly really sucked. But no, like this time we're gonna get like a more legit one. Like some people even say that it was a live action movie. So the talks have been going on for so long, but nothing really came out of it. It just became a rumor. It's a lot like the Johnny Quest movie or anything like that. Like, there have been talks about many different things, but we're not seeing anything that's been going on about it just yet. Until now, though. And I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we are now officially gonna be getting a brand new Jetsons movie. The bad news? It is a crossover with frickin' wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Jetsons and WWE Robo-Wrestlemania. And yes, this is legitimately gonna be a thing. And it's what's even worse is that it's just right around the corner. Okay, but beforehand, you might be wondering, what is the Jetsons and WWE Robo-Wrestlemania? Like, what is this all about? Okay, now the thing is, believe it or not, a trailer is actually released. Yeah, they legitimately just brought out a trailer this week. And here's what the story is all about, from what I pretty much gathered from the trailer. So basically, George Jetson was appointed this new job, like not a new full-time job, but just a new job in general, like a new operation to go and check out a few things that's going on in the back. And then suddenly, George Jetson just stumbled upon the frozen body of Big Show. So he decided, okay, why not? I'm just gonna go unfreeze Big Show and introduce him to the future. So basically what's going on is that now Big Show is experiencing some Futurama stuff where he realized that now he is pretty much 100 years into the future and he's pretty much freaking out. And the one thing that he has to know is pretty much what's going on with WWE. Well, like, what's the current status of WWE in the future? And to his surprise, apparently, humans are no longer allowed to wrestle. It's all robots. So, basically, he Big Show got pissed off, and he pretty much just went on a rampage. Okay, now, before I continue on, let me just say that so far, I was actually a bit intrigued. You know, like, we're actually seeing a bit of a character arc with Big Show, so that's pretty much, you know, we're getting something pretty interesting going on, and, you know, like, we're seeing more depth into some characters, like, maybe not just with George Jetson and with the other Jetsons, but especially with Big Show. Like, he seems to be the star of this movie, and, like, we could be seeing, you know, something new from him. But then it continued, and things just got a whole lot stupid. So because Big Show was not pleased that the WWE is now robots only, now Big Show legit wants to take over the world. Like, no joke. He legit declared he wants to go take over the world. And guess what? He did. So apparently George Jetson just realized, oh crap, I just screwed up by unfreezing Big Show, and now he just dominated the whole planet. That's basically what happened. So now the world is pretty much dominated by Big Show. Yeah, forget about the tyranny of Donald Trump. Now the world has to tremble upon frickin' Big Show. So what does George Jetson and the Jetsons do? They got a plan. They decided they're going to go back in time 100 years to go and get more WWE wrestlers to go and stop Big Show in the future. And the ones that George Jetson decided to go and get, they include Mr. Mick Mahone, the USO Brothers, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Alicia Fox, and Sheamus. That's basically the whole plot that you got. Now, before I continue on, basically, I told you the whole summary of the movie, or at least what I got from the trailer, but, before I can continue with at least my thoughts on it, let me just go and get into my source here on IGN, where we do have some quotes here from Mary Ellen Thomas, the Vice President of Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, and also Family and Animation Marketing. She stated, we have seen great success with recent titles in partnership with WWE, including movies featuring beloved characters Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment is proud to add the Jetsons, another iconic franchise, to this collection of adventures alongside the WWE superstars fans love. And then on top of that, we got another quote here from Michael Lewisi, from the president of the WWE studios, saying, "The Jetsons are such beloved characters by audiences of all ages, and it was an ideal opportunity to pair them with our animated WWE stars and work together again with Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Leading up to WrestleMania 33, our fans will have the chance to enjoy this brand new adventure and see their favorite WWE superstars in a whole new way." So, yeah, basically, honestly, every time I see this news, rather it be, whenever an animated franchise decided to go pair up with WWE superstars, I'm just sitting there thinking, why? Seriously, why? I mean, do we really need this? Do we really need a crossover of the Jetsons and WWE? I mean, for God's sakes, I understood that, during the show, with the Flintstones and the Jetsons, sometimes they would get special guest stars, and they would be, either cavemen or futuristic versions of them, of the guest stars, you know? I understand that. But wrestling? Where in the Jetsons universe did you immediately think, oh, we need more, this is the part where it reminds me of wrestling. We need wrestlers. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we have Big Show or Alicia Fox or Mr. Mick Mahone, suddenly in the world of the Jetsons? Why? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. And keep in mind, remember, this is not the first time, and I'm sure you guys are well aware that this isn't the first time that WWE has teamed up with an animated franchise to go and be, to go and make an animated movie out of it. You know, like I stated in here, they've already done the Flintstones. They've already done Scooby-Doo twice. Yeah, there are now 2 Scooby-Doo movies where they team up with wrestlers. And I mean, they don't just stick with the hanna-barbera shows either. WWE is going into other ventures. They're going into other venues. They're going with Sony Pictures Animation to do a sequel to Surf's Up, which the idea of a Surf's Up sequel is crazy enough, but now they gotta add in frickin' wrestlers, which really, honestly, I just don't freaking understand that. I still don't understand it to this day, and yet somehow, what's actually even more surprising is the fact that they're actually gonna go and release it very, very soon. Keep in mind, it's just, the release of Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania is just around the corner. And honestly, I just recently realized this, that another venue that WWE is starting to try to take over is the freaking US government. Keep in mind, Trump actually did appoint a Mick Mahone to be working in the government. I kid you not. Like, WrestleMania is starting to become like the simian virus in the recent Planet of the Apes movies. It's starting to be spreading where we're starting to see WrestleMania like a little bit of everywhere. And like WrestleMania is starting to freaking dominate the animation. Basically it's starting to dominate like the direct-to-DVD animation market. And who knows, like, what else could they do? And especially the fact that, like, they're starting to seep into the government. Like, who knows what could happen? I mean, like, and especially with animated films, like, what other direct-to-DVD ventures are they gonna go? Seriously. Like, are they gonna do more Sony Pictures animation films and they'll suddenly team up with, like, the Smurfs or Open Season? Or, like, are they gonna do with other movies that are gonna be direct-to-DVD releases? Like, are they gonna go and do, like, Alpha and Omega? Like, suddenly Alpha and Omega and more wrestlers. Like, why the fridge not? Or even, like, how about we add in wrestlers? We're gonna have wrestling stars like Big Show, John Cena, The Undertaker, take on frickin' Norm of the North. Because why the fridge not? I kid you, like, I swear. The thing is that with, honestly, we just need a few more of these animated WWE movies, and soon it's going to become an entire genre of its own. Like, soon we're going to have an entire genre of animated franchises that are going to do crossovers with WrestleMania. And, like, speaking of, like, expanding upon it, like, I'm sure, like, in the future, maybe they'll think of adding in more, like, hanna-barbera shows. Like, who knows? Like, maybe we'll see Wacky Races team up with WrestleMania, where we're gonna have like this combination of racing and wrestling, because who knows, they could possibly do that. Or even like maybe they'll do more crossovers with other popular characters. I mean, like, maybe after Tom and Jerry is done doing their little things with just doing their little adventures with Wizard of Oz, they can go and do some wrestling. Or even, like, Yogi Bear. Suddenly, like, Yogi Bear is going to be coming out, and, like, maybe he'll have many crossovers with other characters like Snagglepuss or Huckleberry Hound or Quick Draw McGraw. And then suddenly they'll be with wrestlers. Who knows? The sky's the freaking limit at this point. My God. And especially, like, just what we got with the Jetsons. For a second, like, it got me reeled in with, like, the recently thought out Big Show, and then things just immediately got stupid. And honestly, I don't know how and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, I have yet to see any of these, like, WrestleMania animated movies. Like, I don't know how they are, but for the most part, like, from, like, speaking with the people who have seen it, like, they pretty much reassured me that, yes, they do suck. At best that they can be, it's, like, so bad, it's amazing. Like, I think that's one of the things that, I remember I talked with a few friends, and they mentioned to me that I think one of the animated Scooby-Doo movies it's actually like that, where it's, like, so bad, it's so stupid, that it's like its existence is absolutely phenomenal, and it's like right now in the levels of somewhere like The Room or Trolls 2, but who the fridge knows? But yeah, basically, like, I'm just astonished that I don't know why WWE decided to enter into the animation industry. And my God, it wouldn't surprise me if the day would come if WWE would ever decide they want to go and do, like, one of these animated crossovers and release that in theaters. Like, somehow there's going to be a company out there who would be crazy enough, rather it be Warner Brothers or even freaking Sony, that would be crazy enough to go and actually, legitimately put that as, a theatrical, wide release feature film. Who knows? But so far, WrestleMania is going hog wild with this, and who knows who's gonna stop them, seriously. Like, they really are becoming like Big Show, where they just want to dominate the animation world. Hey guys, this is Animat. I just want to remind you guys that this is just a little taste of what you can get with the Animation Podcast. This is not all of it. If you guys want to go and listen to the full episodes of the Animation Podcast, then allow me to show you some of the different ways that you can go. First off, you can actually go on the website that it is hosted on, Filmbook, so you can go directly onto there. You can also go and check out the official Filmbook Podcast YouTube page, so at least you don't have to go away from YouTube and you can listen to the podcast right there. But if you would like to listen on the go, like if you want to listen it to on your phone or on your iPad and all that kind of stuff, then you can listen to it on either iTunes or you can listen to it on Android. So those are all the different options, and if you'd like to have more info, then all you have to do is just check in the description down below. And with all that said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening, and until next time, see you later, dudes!